Hey, speaking of gobbled titties, let's talk about Betty White, right? Because that's a great transition. Betty White was wonderful. She passed away at the age of 99 on New Year's Eve. And I look, I mean, it was just days shy of her 100th birthday, Andrew. How did you react to the death?
So I actually heard about it while I was working, and I was so sad. I was like, "Oh, Betty White," and then I got really happy because I'm like, she got out of here before things got really bad. So I'm happy about that.
You know, it's interesting you say that because my friend Mary was thinking the same way. She was like, oh, yeah, she died from natural causes, but I'm pretty sure her body was just like, we may just have the flu-rona pandemic coming up. So, Betty, you might as well just go while you can before you eventually die from that.
Mm-hmm. I look, go out like a G, in peace, not through flu Rona.
Exactly. Now, Betty White, they put together a tribute movie that was already planned to be released before she ended up dying. It was supposed to be called like Betty White, 100 Years Young. And I don't like that terminology, like, oh, I'm this years young, because I feel like it's just denying the reality that we should face, which is, hey, we're getting older. There's nothing wrong with that. So Betty White, 100 Years Young is still going to be playing in theaters on January 17th, Betty White's birthday. And I just find it fascinating that we're going to go into that movie theater now, just kind of like tearful, like, oh my God, like Betty White could have turned 100. She was so close, when just a few days prior, it was like, oh my God, Betty White turned 100. Here's her life. It's just like a big change of thought, Andrew.
I love her for it. She was like, I'm taking everybody's coins. You're going to come see this movie, and I'm leaving out of here. Betty is I love her.
Yeah, she's just fabulous. And, you had tons of celebrities who paid tribute to her, including O.J. Simpson, who remembered how his cats always used to wander over to Betty's house when he lived at his now infamous Brentwood estate. I would not be surprised if OJ had a hand in killing Betty, Andrew.
I hope not, because Betty's G, she probably would have fought him and beat him up.
Yeah.
She's got hands. Betty White had hands.
Yeah.
But I bet you their conversations were really interesting.
Her last word, do you know her last word before she died?
I don't.
Alan. Alan, Allen, in reference to her last husband, Alan Ludden, who was a famous game show host from back in the day. They were married from 1963 until his death in 1981. Betty refused to remarry ever since because, as she said on Larry King Live, why, when you've had the best, why marry the rest? I think that's kind of what she said. Who cares about the rest when you've had the best? I think that's what she said.
Words to live by.